What's a disturbing fact almost nobody knows? In 1977, the average life expectancy in Cambodia was 18.91 years. In child porn cases, someone has to actually watch the video beginning to end, so they can testify about it in court to seal the conviction. Approximately 2,100 children are reported missing every day in the US, or one every 41 seconds. On the bright side, most will be returned unharmed. Due to fresh drinking water being so scarce on the Galapagos Islands, some bird species, such as the Galapagos hawk, have adapted by drinking the blood of other animals. The original Gatorade. The Romans used to torture people by having goats lick their feet. Goats like salt, so they would soak their feet in salt water. Eventually the goat's tongue was rough enough that the skin would wear away, then you'd have a wound with salt trickling in. According to the FBI, over 40% of murders go unsolved, meaning if you get killed, there's a pretty good chance the person who killed you will not spend a day in jail. Bad news for you. Good news for me. A single tiger killed 434 people in India. 434 people fell for a hot single in your area. They were actually looking for cougars. Catfished again. One of the first symptoms of heart disease can be sudden death. It's funny, because it can also be one of the last symptoms. Yeah, the symptoms will last for the rest of your life. A vitamin D deficiency can make you suicidal, and deficiencies among adults is very common. Like more than 50% of the population in the US. My vitamin D number was single digit when I went to see my doctor because I felt depressed. I now take a big weekly dose along with diet change and sunlight to feel normal. If I hadn't gone to the doctor when I did, I might not have been able to face another winter. Mine too. My doctor was shocked and said it was the lowest he'd ever seen. It's crazy how much it makes a difference mentally. You are more likely to die on your way to buy a lottery ticket than you are to win the lottery. There is a type of mushroom that can grow on small bugs and control the. There are little microscopic mites that live on your face, including your eyelids and eyelashes, and you can't get rid of. All they do is just eat dead skin cells, oils, and hormones that gather on your face. And those don't pay me rent either. This fact actually never bothered me. I think it's neat I'm a life source for billions of critters. At any moment a nearby star could possibly become a gamma ray burster and point a jet of radiation at the earth that would vaporize us instantly. Math says a gamma ray burster located 100 light years away that aimed at us directly would generate the energy of 100 Hiroshima bombs per square mile across the entire exposed surface of the earth. Anything caught in this blast directly would be vaporized instantly. It would also instantly boil the oceans and rip the atmosphere off the planet. It would end all life and leave the earth a charred cinder in space. And it is 100% impossible to see one coming, since it's moving at the speed of light, because gamma rays are light. I'd be okay with that, I think. You never see it coming and it only lasts a fraction of a second. There are far worse ways to go. If you get bitten by a human, you absolutely have to go to the hospital right away, because the amount of deadly bacteria in any given person's mouth could actually kill you if it enters your bloodstream. If a human bites your dog, be careful. Every full moon he will put on clothes, try to barbecue, and complain about taxes. It used to be believed that babies as old as 15 months couldn't feel pain. As a result, doctors would perform surgery without anesthesia. Doctors used muscle relaxants on the infants to prevent squirming, essentially paralyzing the babies for the duration of the procedure. How long ago was this? Reports indicate that this continued up until the 1980s. A toddler's adult teeth are right below their eyes. I just looked up a picture of a toddler's skull and all I gotta say is what the actual Bayer, the pharmaceutical company, used to be called IG Farben, and were the ones who produced the Zyklon B chemical the Nazi used in the gas chambers of the concentration camps. Eyewitnesses are notoriously unreliable, especially in high pressure situations, and there is a very real possibility that people convicted of crimes by eyewitness testimony are innocent. I almost had to be a witness to a crime and I agree. They gave me a lineup of the people who committed the crime. None looked exactly like the person I saw. I even told the detective working the case none of them looked like the person. They said it's okay, pick the closest looking one. I chose and apparently chose right. But everything happened so quickly it very well could have been a completely different guy. In psychology we did an interesting experiment about this. We had to watch a video of a car crash from surveillance footage twice, and we were asked almost directly afterwards what colors the cars were, how many pedestrians were on the street, how many other cars were on the scene etc, and almost nobody could answer the questions correctly. It's crazy just how quickly our brains filter out basic information.